Is
Mhm.
it smart to get into a relationship when you're in college?
No, no, not. I think be- because
Why?
I think college you're supposed to find yourself. That's the point of college, knowing finding who you are, finding who you want to be. I think that now I'm speaking for me personally. I think college prepares you for who you're going to be or who you want to be when you in the real world for your career or for the job that you want. Um, I feel that college helps you to be complete, to be the complete person or the man or woman for your future partner. So I feel like now you can date, you can all that stuff, but is it smart? No. But is it helpful? Yes. Cause you it's like a trial and tribulations. You test stuff out, or you find out, oh, it's like, oh, when your mom tells you not to put your hand on the stove when it's hot, and you do it anyway. You learn that, okay, maybe I should listen to people because because I don't want to get my hand burned again. So college is the same way. People tell you, they tell you, don't put all your eggs in one basket, and you
I
do
know.
it anyways because your heart and mind tell you to, and you just learn. So I feel like in college, it's not smart to get into a relationship, but if you do, it's not a done decision because it teaches you where what you want and what you don't want.
Yeah. I would say it depends. It really depends. I would definitely say, yeah, your freshman welcome week, don't hop into a relationship with somebody.
Oh,
Don't.
people don't waste time orientation, they get right to work.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. No, people do. Don't do that, but people will.
Yeah, don't do that. Of course, please don't do that. But I think over time, if you do meet somebody and your intentions are 100%, aligned, I think a relationship could work. But I feel like that should not necessarily be your priority or focus when coming to college. Because like I said, when things fall through, you have to get up the next day. There is no,
Still gonna
oh,
have
I,
class, still gonna have to do projects, still gonna have to do your work,
yeah,
still gonna
like
have to go find an internship.
exactly. You still have to get up. And I feel like for me, during that hardship and during that time, it was really hard. I'm still having to fulfill all my roles on campus and I'm hurting and I
And
don't
you're
want to
doing
be.
it well.
Thank you.
That you're not just doing it, you're doing it well.
Thank
That's the difference.
Yeah, it's hard and I think a lot of people don't understand that. Because at the end of the day, everybody's human. And if you love somebody and you lose them, of course you're gonna hurt. I would say for those who are dating in high school, I've seen too many people try to come to college or bring their boyfriend or girlfriend to college, and that usually doesn't work. I'm
Watch,
sorry, usually
I'm telling you, watch Forever on Netflix. I'm telling you, Laura, you're speaking the truth. You are literally, you must be in the writer's room. They must have took the plot from your life or your experiences. 'Cause literally, that is what the show is. I'm telling people, Forever is an interesting show. I think it's the best show of the year. That's a hot take. But yeah, you're basically explaining it. Yeah.
yeah, don't come into college with all that because that's a lot of pressure. I think, like you said, Shamai, talking to people, because I feel like if you are feeling out your options, and this doesn't even have to be physically, because a lot of people think, oh, come to college, I can,
Be a
just,
straight shooter. Pow
yeah,
pow.
exactly, rack up my body count. No, don't do
No,
that.
that's not what we want, because that gets around too. That's not a good reputation to have. How you doing?
Exactly.
Okay, stop. I didn't hear that. We have one at least every episode. At least every episode we have to say.
Exactly. But just talking to people because I feel like for me, that's also helped me like solidify like what I want and what I don't want, what I'm gonna put up with, what I'm not. Because you see a lot, and if you put your eggs all in one basket, sometimes your perception can get really just tunnel vision or blurred, you know. And with this, what I've learned too, like going to certain conferences and whatnot, like I'm sometimes you get so limited to your HBCU that you kind of feel like, oh, that's all that's out there.
I do. It's not. There's a world
Exactly.
outside of Norfolk. There's a world outside of Fayetteville. There's a world outside of DC. There's a world outside of Tennessee
Yeah,
there's a world outside that people forget that. That's
exactly.
the thing. People always think about, oh, I got to be this just here, just here.
Yeah.
No, you have to. When people say my competition, they think about their class. I said this last week.
Yeah.
Your soulmate is probably not here. Your future husband or wife is not here. It's probably somewhere else. That's what people fail to realize. And that's the problem. There we go. That's the problem.
That's the problem. So that's another thing that's helped me kind of like grow and, oh, there's other people who's probably their ambition matches more because they're at the same conference that I'm at. Are these other men that I've been, crying over at these events, at these conferences, taking these trips? No. And so do I really want to be like, chained to somebody who doesn't even match my level of ambition?
And that's a good question. Will you date somebody in your industry, Lauren? I was talking to my mom about this yesterday.
I want to.
You
Um,
would.
because
Now, would you date someone in the same company that you work? Say if you work at eight, and no, I'm just teasing the Lauren. Say if you work at ABC, would you date someone who works at ABC too, or would you date someone that works at Fox?
I honestly don't want to, not at my station. Maybe if they're somewhere else, but I feel like that's messy. And like you said, you don't really want to mix that. I've learned that the hard way.
Yeah. Mm.
Um, when I was with this prominent figure on campus, at one point we were in like the same organization. So I'm having
Mm.
this person all the time, and like you said, people want to be nosy in your business, and will try to start things between you two just because they know, they're
People are
together.
messy. Hmm.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,